As it stands right now, we're talking about doing 4 days in the studio in Zerkala, then playing 7 cities in 8 days, 1 day off. The question really is, do we need to go through this, and is it in our court now?
What day do we come back now?
The 28th.
That's right. So we're there about 2 weeks now.
Yeah. The question now is, though, do we want to send this back to him, signed by us, like this is our understanding, sign the paper already, or do we want to just see what happens?
The substance of the thing is we've negotiated these faxes, we've gone back and forth, and it's a crapshoot. We get what we get when we get over there.
So let's sign it. Sign it.
We got to fit 6 names in there. And that, I mean, that'll send a message anyway, because we, I don't know, people are traveling and leaving, and it's like, we can't.
That's not like information to me. Next.
Well, it all started in Newhall, California. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't have a concrete plan for what we were going to do on the recording. And we didn't know what it would be like touring around Germany because we haven't done that before.
On the Ruhr, baby. Okay, let's go.
It's a world-class recording facility out here in the middle of the country. They've basically done nothing to the house except carve holes in the walls in order to be able to run cable. So the environment is great. It's kind of like a recording vacation. It's not to say that cabin fever doesn't occur, but it's, you know.
Close it down.
Still, it's the best place I've found so far to really be able to get creative.
The studio is very clinical.
How fast is it?
Every note you play is heard, monitored. Is it too loud? Is it too soft? Is that the right mallet? Did you hiccup in the wrong spot? Before the 20th century, I don't think it occurred to anyone that music could or should be the same 2 times in a row. There's something personally that I like very much about the fact that music exists and then it's over. But Sercal is a wonderful place. It's very much like being in Disneyland, living in Disneyland.
Repercussion Unit endorses many products. This is one of our favorites, Der Gute Pot. Der Gute Pot is a fine product that comes out of this homeland in Germany right to the Repercussion Unit. We hope to have cases of it by tomorrow. Thank you.
So the question is whether you want to play Silicon Valley on the record
It's already
track.
played. Just put it on 2 tracks of the Mitsubishi. Yeah. That's done. It's finished. Let's put this on 2 tracks.
And play along with
you like
this.
this tempo?
What? I love this tempo.
Put it.
The music usually comes around as a result of one person having an idea, creating a basic form that everybody else can listen to and catch on to, and then add their own parts, essentially parts that only they would add. I mean, this is something that happens when you start to have this Kiwanis Club kind of atmosphere around here. You know, it's not anybody could do this. It's the various individuals. I mean, who else plays guitar like Larry Stein?
That's it. That's right.
B minor, C sharp minor.
That's it. That's it.
We've actually always called this music that we've been doing the cartoon music of the 90s. Here we are in the dawn of the 90s, and maybe the band is just about to kind of break through to the big crowd.
Each time we play, it's going to get better and different, and we're going to use each night as another chance to try something, feel out the crowd.
This is just a test thing, you know. Get them over here and try just to see what happens. Maybe people are not going to like it at all or something, you know. Maybe they will go crazy. Who knows?
There might be concerts with less people in the audience than in the band. Well, I hope not, but...
We'll be traveling around in a little bus. Of course, we'll wear big ugly shirts and be smoking large cigars at all times so as to identify ourselves as Americans. It's going to be ugly. You can edit any of this stuff, right?
Did you see us pointing to the kiosk loaded with our posters that looked ridiculous?
We didn't even know we had a group until we had a group. And then we were playing together. We said, oh, okay, well, now we have a group. What do we call it? You know, and everything was being called a unit. Like, let's have 2 units of this and, you know, a unit of this. So we became the Repercussion Unit. So.
Basically, the Corps has been playing together for well, it's not really the core, it's the same guys. Been playing together since 1973. So at this point, it's like an Elks Lodge. We should have big cigars and stuff, special hats, you know. And in fact, it is a lot like that, you know. It's, when you look at it now, it's hard to believe I'm still hanging out with these clowns after all these years, you know. But hey, I love these guys, you know, and I wouldn't trade my position in the repercussion unit for anything.
Well, John is, in many ways, the spiritual leader of the band. In a sense of his vibes, his feelings about things, besides his musicality and ability to write pieces and be the most prolific in the band and keep generating new musical things for the group. Or all of us feel, I think, that he's, in many ways, like the heart of the band. Maybe that would be a good metaphor there.
Sounds good, man. It's like that Philip Glass, Steve Reich, that kind of John Bergamo.
This is the new wage music.
And we support Dortmunder Export as a band.
We endorse this restaurant highly.
We at the Repercussion Unit endorse video.
Lucky is the person that sort of pushes us to new edges and new directions. He will take risks. He is there demanding that the band takes risks, which is what helps keep it alive.
Let's try D. What is D? D is...
Jimmy, in some ways, is one of the most undefinable members of the band. Not in terms of personality, but just because there's an essence about Jimmy that you can understand when you see him, but would be very hard to describe. There's a kind of wonderful befuddlement about him.
Fantastic.
Ah. Push that puppy in there. Pull that out, and hopefully there's not too much water in there. You might not be able to undo it. Shit.
He probably, of all the people in the band, maintains the most even temperament.
There, maybe I hit it to something useful, or maybe you forced it, one or the other. One or the other.
Ed, I think, really is in the band because he's very excited by the notion of a percussion band, that the possibilities of it, what it could be doing musically.
Take a look at that bad boy, huh?
His interest and what he does on his own, in his solo activity and record recording and all the rest of it, that brings that aspect to the band.
I love this guy, man. I love you too, man.
Greg, you know, is without question probably the most entertaining, the most charismatic, the one that demands the most audience attention, and rightly so, and gets it. Probably the most instantaneously creative person in the group.
The Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, Elvis Presley, they're all a commercial warm-up to me. Greg Johnson, a name that will ring down through history as the man with the can, the man with the trash can plan.